Hey, y'all. Y'all know I know Diddy's real mama, right? I have met Diddy's real mama. That ain't the one that's going to the trial. But we're going to talk about the trial in a minute. Jack Squad, listen. I have been trying to keep up. I've been pretty busy right now. I'm doing things. I'm busy right now. I got a lot of activity going on, right? But I've been trying to keep up, hearing bits and pieces of the Diddy trial. Listen, for me, it's very bizarre, and I know what's happening. I know what's going on. I kind of don't want to hear it. Not that I don't want to hear it. I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it, right? The things that they have said that he did. I've heard some things about the male stripper that they hired, the things that he did with semen and urine, and like, I don't even know how that arouses people, right? I guess I am not a freak. But the fact that Cassie went through that for years and years and years and years, right? It's very shocking. The details that are coming out in this trial are very shocking. What I also don't understand is why. I understand your children are there for support. There's certain things that they don't need to hear, even though I know they're grown or halfway grown, about to be grown. They don't hear. They don't need to hear. For me, if it was my daddy, I'm just speaking for me, and I heard all this stuff, that would weird me out and maybe turn me against them. I think they're trying to show support. And Diddy probably told him, y'all be down there, y'all better be down there, and da-da-da-da-da. But what I think is going to happen, especially for those girls, it is going to affect their mind and possibly change their mind the way they see their father. Now, maybe they knew all the goings-on that was going on in that house. Maybe they knew. Maybe they had an inkling. Maybe now they putting pieces together, right? I just don't think they should be at their trial here and all that weird, bizarre stuff. I just don't think so. I've seen interviews where people know Diddy when he was growing up and his mama, and there was all kind of stuff going on in the house, right? Now, I'm going to tell y'all this. I ain't going to go into it right now, really deep. I need to find some pictures, but I don't, it's been so long ago, right? But I met Diddy mama, y'all. I'm going to tell that story. I'm not going to tell that story right here. I'm going to make a special place in video and tell that story, right? And it ain't her. It ain't that woman that y'all been seeing, her. It ain't her, right? The woman that I met, Diddy looks exactly like her. Exactly like her. But anyway, I digress. I don't think that his children should be there. Now, I know one time the girls went out, or maybe all of them went out, and then they came back in. But it seems like every day is something more horrible than the day before. Like, what I'm disappointed, but I'm shocked at the person that we thought he was. But when you look back on it, the way he treated his artists was a glimpse of who he was. It's all about him. It's all about what he wants. And he acts like a spoiled child man, right? And now it has turned into something so bizarre and unthinkable, for me, because I like Diddy. I was a Diddy fan. I'm a 90s. I loved it now. I'm a Diddy fan. I was a Diddy fan, right? But when you look back, especially when he made them people walk miles and miles and miles to get that cheesecake, the way he did all his artists ain't never had no money on the other side when they done with him. If he released them, all of them has been downtrodden. 112, he did a lot of things to them people, right? So that's all of his character, right? This trial, and to think that Cassie went through that, like, and I see a lot of men saying she liked that she was there. There's a certain thing that goes on when you're abused, right? And in your mind, you think that you like what you're doing or the way someone's treating you, right? I'm not a psychologist, and I can't give you the terms. But there's a thing that goes on when you've basically been held captive by someone mentally, physically, and verbally, right? And so that's where she is. I hope that her husband that she has now is taking care of her emotionally and mentally, because the stuff that, just a little bit that I know and I've heard about, would be years of therapy to get through that and to not have nightmares and PTSD behind, right? So we all listening and watching into the Diddy trial. I would like to see a real picture of Diddy because they say he's graying and he's frail, but that's, of course, you're not eating all those luxurious things that you were eating and doing all the luxurious things that you were doing, right? And to know the amount of drugs that was going on, right? See, you never know people. You just don't never know nobody. I always say, I don't know nobody. I know you surfacely. I don't know nobody. Nobody knows nobody. You don't know until you lived in that house with them. Do you know them? And I believe that, right? So we're going to keep watching this Diddy trial, listening and learning and being shocked and amazed at what was going on in there. I don't think that Diddy's ever going to get out of jail. Especially if they put that RICO on him. They doing all kind of things, right? And rightfully so. If he's guilty of what they say he's guilty of. We all seen him beat that girl like that. She wouldn't weigh but 90 pounds. You kicking her. And I saw an excerpt where she said she was always getting kicked. I'm surprised she don't have any after effects behind that or have seizures or something, right? So anyway, y'all, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And most importantly, make sure you make it happen for yourself.